Hey everybody, how's it going? Today I want to film this kind of look. This is a glittery fall smoky eye. I figure since this is my favorite time of year, why not celebrate it with the way that I wear my makeup? This is just an eye look today, so let's jump right into it. I already have my base foundation down with primer and a neutral colored eyeshadow that's going to keep our colors from creasing and keeping that beautiful definition of color in the right place. So I'm going to be dabbling in a few different products today, so just use whatever you guys have. I'm going to actually start with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Self-Made palette, and I'm going to take the color Buttery. I'm actually going to take it on a new brush that I got recently. This is from Mikasa Beauty. They have really great cosmetics and their specialty is brushes. I'm really happy with their products and I definitely recommend them. The quality is great and it's I feel like it's made my makeup stand out a lot more. So this is E300. This is just a blending brush and I'm going to take the color Buttery from the Self-Made palette and work it into my crease. This is a first of, I guess I'm doing about 2 transition shades. It's going to help to keep our colors from creasing and have a nice base to work off of. Okay, so now I'm actually going to take the color Warm Taupe from the Modern Renaissance palette, this color right here. And I'm going to take it on a little bit smaller blending brush. This is actually from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. These are actually really good brushes. Because this is a smoky eye, I'm going to take this shade down just a little lower than the first one. And I'm going to pull it down on the outer lid just a little bit. It's going to create a nice gradient effect for a smoky eye. And then I'm going to go back to the original brush that I had, and if you take the clean side of it that you haven't used with any shadows, you take it in between the 2 shadows, it's going to blend those colors together and create a nice gradient effect. Okay. So I'm going to start with my outer corner and work my way in. I am going to take the color, I'm actually going to go in with Antique Bronze from Modern Renaissance. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this on a pencil brush from Mikasa Beauty. This is E310, it looks like this. And I'm going to take that Antique Bronze shade and I'm going to work it into my outer corner crease. And I'm going to do it in the shape of a V. So starting with the crease and just working my way down to create a V shape. And then just taking a blending brush and blending it out. I find that with darker colors, you want to go in with smaller brushes to keep the color in place. If you use a bigger brush, it's going to get muddy fast, but of course you want to blend it out afterwards. So next, because we all know it's never dark enough the first time, I'm going to go in with the color Hot Chocolate from the Self-Made palette. And again, I'm just taking it on that pencil brush and I'm just darkening that brown coloring that we're doing on the outer corner. Again, just following my crease and then working my way down. And then going back in and blending it out. And then I'm actually going to take from the Modern Neutrals palette from BH Cosmetics I want to darken that outer corner up just a little bit more. So if you take this shade right here, it's just a darker brown, and I'm just going to take it on the pencil brush again, and I'm just going to darken it up even more. And I'm going to be more strict with my color placement on this one because I really want that depth to come through. Yes, depth, come through. And then we're gonna blend that out. I find that when dealing with like the outer corner, you want to start with lighter colors and then slowly build up to darker colors. It's just going to create a nice gradient effect. And for me, the result just looks much better if you do it that way. I've never really tried to work backwards, but I would say this is a pretty good technique, you know, lightest to darkest. And again, with the darker colors, you want to do smaller movements to keep that color in place. And then when you go to blend it out, you know, you can do a little bit bigger movements, you know, not too crazy, but of course I do want a little bit more smoky today. So I'm just gonna blend it out just a little bit further and make it a little bit more smoky on the edges. And then what I'm actually gonna do to bring in some nice warm smokiness, back to the Modern Neutrals palette from BH Cosmetics. If you go to like the center of the palette, it's this kind of reddy brownish cinnamonish color. I'm gonna take that on the fluffy brush and just go around the brown that I did. Not too much and not too big, but I just want to add some warmth in there. And it may not look like much, but a little bit of warmth goes a long way for sure. Okay, now we're gonna work on our shimmery shades. Modern Renaissance palette, of course, and we're gonna go in with Primavera, which is this nice shimmery gold color. And I'm going to take this shader brush from Mikasa Beauty. This is E230. And after I dip into that color, I'm actually going to spritz it with the Photo Focus Setting Spray from Wet n Wild. What this does, this is going to keep the pigmentation where it's supposed to be. Sometimes when you go and swatch shimmery shades, they may not look as good on your eyelid as they do in the pan once you transfer them over. But with a little bit of dampness, I find that it helps to keep that shimmer in place and helps it to last all day, of course. So I'm going to lay this down where I want the most product and then work my way out. So I typically sit it in the middle and work out. Okay, I'm just going to clean up that edge a little bit. And with shimmery shadows, you want to press down to keep the pigmentation and to keep the shimmeriness in place. If you swipe, it's going to take that away from that. So definitely press down. And then for funsies, I'm going to take this glitter liner from Urban Decay. This is the Heavy Metal in Midnight Cowboy. And what I'm going to do is just layer some glitter over that shimmer. And a random little tip that I learned from a little beauty workshop convention. Sometimes when you go and you're doing like mascara or eyeliner and you go straight down to get product, you may come out with nothing on your brush. Well, the product is actually around the sides, so if you just take it in like a circular motion and just pick it up around the sides, you're gonna pick up product. Don't know if you guys know that, but it's definitely a little tidbits that's helped me out, because I used to just, you know, slam my brush in there and I'm like, why am I not getting anything? Turns out I was doing it wrong all along. What I'm gonna do is just layer this over the gold. Excuse me if my mirror's ahead of me, my camera's right here, and I'm actually looking in my mirror when I'm doing this, so hopefully I don't go too far out of focus for you guys. This is pretty wet, obviously, so just doing careful movements. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna need to like attach like a big mirror to my camera. That way I can see what I'm doing in this thing. And if you feel like you've gone a little too far over with like the glittery part of your eyeshadow and eyeliners, let this sit for a second, because it is wet. You want to let this dry just a moment. It doesn't take long. But what I'm gonna do is actually take some of that darker color and just slightly go over the gold a little bit to make it just a little bit more even and a little bit more balanced out. Just give it a second to dry. So I've been on a Walking Dead binge lately. I used to watch the show, and I really don't like too much violent shows. It just kind of gives me like anxiety. But I really like the show, and I started watching it again. I started over, so yeah. I'm on season 4, and look guys, I already know Glendice. You don't have to tell me, okay? I've seen it all over Facebook, but great show. Yeah, random thought of the day. A little bit more evened out. So now what we're going to do is focus on our lower lash line. I'm going to take the color Hot Chocolate again from Self-Made palette and go under my lower lash line, just on the outer corner. Just trying to build up that depth. And then I'm going to go back in with that kind of cinnamony color from the Modern Neutrals palette and just diffuse that. Just add some warmth. And then I'm going to go back in with Primavera. Well, where is my shader brush? There it is. And I'm just going to put that on the inner corner just for a touch of highlight. And next I'm going to move on to mascara. I don't usually wear false eyelashes. I just wear mascara, and I don't use a eyelash curler because I'm pretty happy with this mascara actually. It's from Maybelline, Colossal Chaotic Lash. This is really good lash. It gives me lots of volume and definition, and helps curl my lashes at the same time. Okay. And then this is our eye look right here. This is where I'm going to stop with the eye look. It looks like this. But I want to show you guys my brows next. I'm actually going to use the Goof Proof Brow Pencil from Benefit Cosmetics. Wow, that's a tongue twister. Goof Proof Brow Pencil. Don't try to get me to say that 3 times fast because it's not happening. So it looks like this. It's double-ended. It's got the brush on one end, and then of course the brow pencil on the other end. So I'm just going to brush my brows, and I brush them in the shape they grow in. Mine grow to the side. If yours grow to the side, brush them to the side. If they grow up, brush them up. And then how I do my brows is first I line the top, and then I line the bottom, and then I fill in between. Or you can do bottom and then top, vice versa. The tip of it just broke off. But looky here, there's more. That's the nice thing about this. It is like a push-up brow pencil. Oh, goodness me. First casualty of the video. And then I'm just gonna brush it. Then I'm going to take the Pennington Brow Bar Clear Brow Gel and just keep my eyebrow in place. It's like setting spray for your eyebrow, basically. Okay, let's roll on to the finished look. So this is the final look for today. Just a nice, glowy, gold, smoky fall eye look. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will post the link to my Twitter and my Instagram accounts. I hope you guys will follow me there too, and I also have a blog, and I hope you guys would love to read that. Leave comments, suggestions, feedback in the box below. Let me know what you want to see next time, and yeah, I guess that's it for tonight. Happy Halloween, guys. Stay safe, and I will see you next week. Ciao!